All right, so today we're gonna be making a steak tartare here with Jacob White. And I'm sure you've seen him on plenty of shorts if you're watching my short form content. Today, we gotta run a couple of errands in order to get the ingredients for it. So we're gonna be running around for a little bit for the first half of the video, but then the second half is when we're gonna be doing the full-blown cooking. The reason that we're doing this video style is because I'm curious to see, what was that? The reason we were doing...
I was trying not to burp too loud on video. It'll make it worse.
So the reason we're doing this style of video is because I feel like you don't really see a lot of people doing like food vlogs. You're either doing like the cliche like, oh, this is how you make this, and how-to videos and cooking. And then you have like food entertainment that's been introduced by people such as like Nick DiGiovanni. You don't have like this middle ground where it's like people just being able to live their everyday lives as a cook.
Yep. Damn, how long you gonna go for an intro?
I don't know, dude, I'm just talking, damn.
Anthony.
We'll hit the road so that we can get this food for the steak tartare. So for the first thing that we need to do is obviously get the steak. Should we go to the butcher shop that's...
There's that one off Ray Road, it's pretty nice. It's pretty good, that's where I got that kangaroo meat.
How was the kangaroo?
It's kind of mid.
Really?
It was ground kangaroo, so I made like burgers out of it. I'm sure I could have done something like way better and more fancier with it.
Mm-hmm.
It was dense, that's how I would describe it. It was really freaking dense.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe they lied to me.
Yeah, maybe it's actually just a person.
Yeah, it's just a guy.
Yeah,
They just marketed as kangaroo.
One of the old butchers that just like wasn't cutting the job. So normally with the tartare, you like put egg on top. Should we do a brown egg or should we do a quail egg?
Maybe we should find like one of those big ass ostrich eggs.
Just get like the giant
yeah. Like a massive egg to crack over it.
Do they sell stuff like that at the butcher shop, or is it literally just the
ostrich eggs?
Yeah.
I doubt it. I feel like that's something you have to actually source.
Or we just go to like a zoo.
You just go to a zoo and just wait it out.
Just
by the ostrich cage. Just like
shit out.
Dress up as an ostrich, like, infiltrate for like a week.
Yeah.
So they're like, it's actually time for mating season. You're like, oh no.
Oh
no.
Oh god. You become a dad to the ostrich.
To the ostrich. Like, well, then you can definitely take the egg. I think those are the rules.
Probably have to get custody over it. Pay child
support. Go to court. Yeah, go to court for custody.
Go to ostrich court, yeah.
Bird law.
Out of all the years that this place has been here, I can't believe this is the first time that I'm gonna walk into the butcher's market.
I never even heard of it until I was like trying to find a bunch of exotic meats to mess around with because I was getting experimental and I was kind of bored of cooking normal stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see what all they got.
Elk, alligator sausage.
I'm telling you, brother, this place slaps.
Dude, that's sick.
Even now, look, they have pierogies.
Shout out to all the USC fans around here because they're playing Sandstorm right now, especially Amanda. Shout out Amanda. Dude, have you ever seen such a thing? Cotton candy Dr. Pepper fruit punch. We were gonna be making a steak tartare. So we were looking for, do you think we should do top sirloin or filet?
Filet, probably.
We should do a filet. So honestly, whatever the freshest filet you would have. That would be perfect. Of course. Yeah, nah, I respect it.
We'll do this one in the back, you're right. Yep. And then the one kind of centered right there as well. All right, I appreciate it, brother.
All right, thank you, you too. Run. Disclaimer, it is not safe to eat raw meat. Do it as your own discretion. If you do decide that you want to eat raw meat, then make sure you're going to a reputable butcher and you're using top ingredients so that way you avoid the risk of getting a foodborne illness.
Freshest available, whatever's been cut the most recent, and of course, the more locally sourced, the better. But obvious disclaimer, yes. Raw steak, obviously a lot safer than raw chicken and stuff like that. But still, it is not recommended. That being said, I highly doubt we'll run into any issues doing this.
I'm recording a video. What do you want?
The bacteria can only get on the outside of the meat. It can't get on the inside, right?
Yeah.
So as long as the outside hasn't been exposed, which they said they just cut 30 minutes ago, which means that it's already been compact as is. So it's a fresh cut and we're gonna be cutting it even more. So the bacteria isn't gonna have enough time to grow before we eat it. We're gonna have like a little treat for this video and we're gonna get a seasonal beer that we can taste for you guys and do like a review, because why not, you know? So we're gonna take a look real quick. Do you remember the list that I sent you, Jacob?
I'll pull it up.
How much do you think a whole wheel is?
500, whole one?
Well, that's
probably
half.
Probably like $1,000.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think, well, this is like a wedge. It's not even like a full thing around.
This is a full half, it looks like, and that's $500.
Bro, you're probably looking at like almost 2K for like a wheel.
Pasteurized. Damn. Yeah.
I'll let you take the pick. Obviously something pumpkin since it's about to be October.
Oh, this one is local.
Noda Brewing.
Noda pumpkin ale. Yeah.
Pumpkin ale?
That's
I'm
local
cool
to
with
us. Let's give it a whirl.
All right, that's our
I
sample.
don't think you've ever had this one before. Oh, you. Sorry, bud.
You did that right when we started recording. That almost felt intentional. All right, we got all our ingredients. We've got our beer of choice. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut straight to the beer sampling, so that way we don't waste any time. We'll see you guys at the house. Gorgeous. Pumpkin ale.
Because the pumpkins are gourd.
Oh, oh. Dude, was that because we put it in the freezer?
I was just about to say,
It's because you put it in the freezer.
Take two.
I already forgot what it was called.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous?
Yeah, gorgeous. Pumpkin ale.
Oh, okay.
From Noda Brewing. Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Salute. Sweet.
It is sweet.
Not as pumpkin-y as I thought it was gonna be though.
You know, oddly enough, it kind of tastes like a pecan pie or like a...
Yeah, I can feel that. Give it a 7.5. I've had better pumpkin ales for sure in my time. Honestly, I was gonna give it a 6. I'd drink it. I probably wouldn't buy it again, but I'd drink it.
I'll meet you guys in the middle. I'll say 6.5.
Noda Brewing, gorgeous. Don't put your beer in the freezer. Yeah, don't put your beer in the freezer.
Yeah, that was not worth the shirt explosion, but
No, it wasn't.
it's fine. All right, on to the steak tartare. Before we start, I'm gonna show you guys the ingredients for the steak tartare so that way you guys know exactly what to get at the store. Starting with our shallot.
I will do it with a knife too, just like the shallot. And now, let me get my knife.
So we're doing a shallot because it's sweeter, so it's gonna add to the effect of the steak tartare, because remember, it's all raw, so you don't want to have strong ingredients. If you added like an onion, for example, it would just be way too overwhelming and it wouldn't give you a good mouthfeel. You want to get this as fine as possible, and you want to make sure you break it down so that way you're not getting a whole entire chunk of shallot in your mouth. You just want it to be like nice and fine to where it incorporates with the meat. What he's doing now is he's doing a rock chop, and that's basically fine mincing the shallots so that way he doesn't have any big chunks like we were talking about earlier. Next, we've got cornichons. If you can't find this at a store, which you should be able to, but if you can't, you can always use like a dill picker or something. Just get like little baby ones, but they're like cute little pickles, see? You wanna have the same consistency as the shallots. I like to cut them in half first, because then that doesn't allow it to rock in any form. And you just wanna give it like a nice quick chop. So you see I've cut it into 4, and you can easily just go in there. I'm just gonna go ahead and do these to the rest of them. And with all the movie magic, we've got our cornichons cut, and now we can move on to our capers. You can see right here, we've already got some down on the cutting board. Take your blade and just cut over like this till you get it as cut up as you want it to be. Now we're gonna move on to our herbs. We've got chives and Italian parsley.
So here we got chives, they're chives.
We're going to incorporate some of them in with the steak tartare, but then we're also gonna use it for a garnish.
Yummy. A little shot of chives.
Last step of the mise en place is the Italian parsley. If you ever need to pluck the parsley off, what you can do is you can take your knife and literally just like shave it off, and it'll come off like this. And that's an easy way to kind of get as much as you need to.
Without the stems.
Without the stems.
Look at that technique.
What you're doing when you cut parsley is you basically want to bunch them up together, and then you want to almost fold them over top, right? When you do this, it's just going to keep them nice and compact, So that way when you cut them, you can get really nice and fine with it. And now you're good to go. I'm gonna give it one final rough chop. It's a rough chop. So when you're cutting baguette bread, what you wanna do is you wanna keep the baguette straight going through the cutting board, and then you'll take your knife, and if you're at a 90-degree angle here, cut it to 45 degrees, and then you're basically just gonna cut going through almost like it's a conveyor belt.
Our bread here, we're just gonna set it down on our tray. We'll get some of the thinner pieces for our purpose. You can do a lot with this when you toast your baguette like this and get kind of your homemade crostinis. One of our favorite ways to do it is just get some nice Italian extra virgin olive oil, mix with like red pepper, some garlic, stuff like that, and just dress it in there, and then you can just dip them. But for us, we're just gonna toast these up and we're gonna use them as sort of a shovel source for our steak tartare. A little bit of olive oil. We're just gonna give a light coat all over. And we'll just throw those right in. It doesn't need to cover the whole piece of bread. They're gonna brown evenly, but that's just gonna add an extra little bit of flavor to them. Gives for about 5-10 minutes and they should get nice and toasted up.
The grand finale. Most important, make sure you wash your hands.
Cross-contamination is the #1 reason for foodborne illnesses in America. I don't know if that's true, but I'm pretty sure it is.
You just want to make sure that you don't have any like silver skin or sinew or anything. You just want to make sure you get rid of that. Carve it where you need to. Take your trimmings and just put it off to the side. What you want to do is you want to cut it into strips first. You're almost like julienning it, and then you'll dice it. So it's like this. Your strips, like so. Take the slice, like that, and you'll start by first going down long ways into a julienne. Once you get to that point, you can then turn it and then cut your individual pieces. So we cut up our filet. That took a minute. And now we can incorporate all of our ingredients. So we're gonna take our cornichons and our capers, and we're gonna drop those in. Take our shallots, same thing. Parsley. Take some of our chives. Spoonful of Dijon mustard. It should be good. Jacob, you need the Worcestershire. Now we'll drizzle some of that in there. A lot of people traditionally like to add anchovies into steak tartare, but Worcestershire is actually made of anchovies, so I mean it's kind of the same thing. The main reason that we're using this is to give it like that umami taste, but it's also a key ingredient in steak tartare, so it goes hand in hand. Add a little black pepper and the salt. So now we can mix this up. Make sure to get all of that evenly seasoned, and we're gonna give it a little taste to see if it could use any other ingredients. If not, we will be golden. This is how we're gonna plate it. So what you would normally do is you would use a ring mold. No stores around here had ring molds, and I should have thought ahead of time and gotten one, but I didn't. So what we did do is we got ourselves these mini bowls that you can kind of use for like dips, sauces, and serving. Spray the inside. I'll do it over the sink. Now we'll scoop it up, bring it in, and you want to pack this nice and tight. So now what you can do is you can take your plate and your mold, and you basically want to put your plate like this, and then you can flip it over. We're just gonna let this sit for a second. A couple minutes later, we've got our steak tartare in our beautiful premium mold that you would see in a 5-star kitchen. And now, last thing we have to do is we gotta add our egg. So it's pretty simple. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our egg, crack it, and now you wanna open up the egg and you wanna get rid of all the white and just keep the yolk. Then we could put it on top. Boom. Lastly, we'll garnish with some of our chives. And now we have ourselves a beautiful steak tartare appetizer that we can now sample together. Bring out the bread. Moment of truth, we can dig in. Egg yolk pop, 3, 2, 1. And then bring it around. Oh yeah. Stack the crostini.
All right, brother.
Cheers. Oh yeah.
The egg yolk brought it all together.
Dude, the egg yolk coated everything perfectly. Wow.
Oh, for me? Are you gonna feed it to me?
You didn't do that for me. That's good, right?
That's so good.
I'm glad because we spent 4 hours on it.
Good day.
If you guys enjoyed the video and you guys want to make this recipe yourselves, I'll leave it down in the description box below. And if you guys would please help the channel out by liking, subscribing, and turning on post notifications so you never miss a video. As always, my name is Anthony Camarda. I got Jacob White here with me, my boy, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.